it's the question you've probably been asked more than any other. And the NWA title change, you beat Harley Race. But before we talk about the match itself, I don't think many people realise how many times you challenged Harley Race for the NWA world title. Was it because Harley loved you, or was it because you were just the best person for the job, or why were you always paired with Harley?
I mean, like in Georgia, of course, world champion, he would be in this territory for a couple of days, the next one for a couple of days. But when he come to Georgia, it was pretty much like when I first got there, Wrestling 2 would wrestle him a lot. But then, as I got over, and Harley liked me because he knew I liked to drink beer, and Harley liked to drink beer. But Harley was just, like I said, I think you go way back, and I know Terry and Dwayne, them guys, they wrestled. Terry, one of the best. Well, they're always one of the best. But just for me, getting in there with Harley, it was just, and I hated to go an hour, but if it was with Harley, I hoped we win an hour, because that's just how much it was fun with Harley. He'd make it fun. You'd be laying there trying to be serious, and he'd be blowing on your side, with me. He'd always be messing with me, But me and Harley had a real, and I don't know why. He just liked me, but we had a real good friendship. And I remember one night with me, and I think with Rick Martel, we're coming back from Augusta, Georgia, and I had a Trans Am now. All of a sudden, I feel something bump my car, but I don't see no lights. It's dark. What the hell is that? All of a sudden, again, it hits me now, but it's pushing me. I was doing about 90, now I'm doing 100. And of course, I can't remember who they said, that's a damn Harley. I mean, yeah, he'd come up, he just loved doing that kind of stuff, but that's what broke the monotony on the roads, we had fun. We had fun, I mean, there's some guys would run with these guys and some with these guys. But most of the guys was really cool. Like Bobby Heenan. I love Bobby Heenan.
You wrestled Bobby Heenan as well. I don't know how many people realise that Bobby Heenan wrestled singles matches in Georgia in 1979.
Yeah, I wrestled Bobby a few times. I wrestled him. I beat Lads or something, got 5 minutes with him, but I wrestled Bobby a few times.
Did he come over as a manager? Sorry. No, I was asking, did Bobby come over as a manager / wrestler, or was he just coming over as a wrestler?
No, he came over as a manager. I think he was managing when he come in. He was managing Blackjack Lanza.
With the NWA World Title change, Harley Race himself has said that it was something to do with a power struggle between Ole and Jim Barnett. Do you remember the power struggle that was going on between them and what the issue was between them, those two?
I think, who Fred Ward, or not? Yeah, Fred Ward. He was a promoter down in Columbus, Georgia. Well, his son-in-law got married his daughter. I think Ralph was his name. Ralph, I think Ralph and Ole, because Mr. Barnett kind of let them run it. He was just, and I think they kind of finagled him out of it. It was a story to it, which I don't know, because that kind of stuff, I wasn't a politician, man, and I don't know a lot about that. But I know I heard a story that they screwed him out of the deal or something somehow. And Mr. Barnett's a smart man, so I don't know how they did it, but that was a story I heard.
How did that lead to Harley Race losing the title to you then? Was it just to annoy somebody?
That was Harley's idea. Harley's.
Right.
Back then, you had to put 10 grand up for the belt because the jewels was. I didn't even have to put the 10 grand up. Harley left his 10 grand. He said, just leave mine there. I'll take care of the kid.
Yeah.
They all call me the kid. But that's what I'm saying. It was, just the respect I had. And of course, I was. Of course, my mom would slap me if I didn't say yes or no, sir. Anyway, I mean, respect. That's the way. Of course, back then, that's the way he's brought up. Anyway, if I had said, if I had said yes or no to somebody at school, got in trouble, I'd get home, she'd slap me in the mouth too. She'd say, "Boy, you know better." And now you can't even get on to your kids for doing something wrong. It's I think it's crazy. I mean, I used to think Mama used to beat me to death, but I think it made me a better person. I knew what was right from wrong, and especially like in school, I was talking to Shane Douglas, and he teaches school, or he did, and they can't say nothing to them kids no more. I'd be fired my first day because the first one that said something, they'd be bent over getting them 3 licks like I got when I was a kid.
Can I ask you this then? How long before you had that title belt in your hands did you realize you were going to win it?
Oh, I didn't know that night. I didn't know till we got ready to go over the finish. Yeah, they didn't tell me. Harley wanted to surprise me. Andre was there. And didn't nobody else expect me to beat him either. But anyway, boy, when I got that 3 count, that building went. Augusta, it wasn't Omni size, but it was a big building, but the acoustics was good. And Andre come down to the ring, a couple of other guys. Andre put me up on his shoulder. I mean, it was good. Probably, well, of course, to win the NWA World Heavyweight title, the biggest thing in the business back when wrestling was wrestling, and to be in that group with them guys, the biggest honor of my life. But I had people say, "Well, was that your best match?" That was my best match for the World Heavyweight title.